Narcissists are afraid, very much afraid, of awakened people who know themselves and seek to know and share the truth. What are the characteristics of awakened people? Awakened people have a certain power, a certain aura, and a certain magnetism that can take out alive people from the narcissistic imprisonment. The awakened people cannot be enslaved, which is a problem for narcissists, and they cannot be imprisoned. Awakened people are the greatest strangers in the world. They don't seem to belong to anybody. No organization confines them, no community, no society, and no nation. Narcissists, therefore, are terrified of awakened people because they are rescuing victims of narcissistic abuse to stop being used as supplies to narcissists and empowering them to expose narcissists for who they are and for the consequences of what they do. Awakened people are helping victims of narcissistic abuse to no longer give in to fears and to unite against narcissists. Remember, we stand united and we fall divided. Despite narcissists' efforts to divide and conquer their victims with gaslight, deception, and disinformation, people are realizing they don't need to give in to fears and their manipulations. Narcissists are terrified of victims wakening up and unifying against them all over the world. Can you imagine if people from all over the world were on the same page regarding narcissists and their gaslight, shills, deception, misinformation, and victimization agenda? It is the biggest blow to what they are and to the consequences of what they do you've ever seen. The awakening is the largest obstacle for narcissists because they don't want people to expose them and bust them into oblivion. Meanwhile, they're desperately trying to divide people with deception. Their shills keep on trying to run victims against one another with misinformation. They try to divide people into groups and subgroups, like Democrats and Republicans, left or right, far left or far right. It's all a labeling process in a dualistic illusion. The best weapon against these demonic creatures is coming together and making good things happen. Far better off with a group than when you're alone. Don't fall for the traps these egomaniacs have set out for you. Being awake is no excuse to be paralyzed by fear. It's not that we need to sit and wait for the end of the world. It's not that we need to run like cowards and live off the grid. We have the power and know-how to put an end to these demonic creatures, also known as narcissists. The writing is on the wall. Nothing is going to change until we get together and make the changes. And they're terrified of that. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember, knowledge is freedom.